Plaintiff Crystal McConnell says she first met the defendant when she was living in a group home, and years later they reconnected and started dating. Crystal claims she was having sex with another man when she and the defendant started dating, and she ended up pregnant. But she's not sure who the father is, so she petitioned the court for a paternity test. Defendant Lloyd McConnell says he and Crystal got married when she was pregnant, and he loves Crystal's son and considers him to be his own. However, Lloyd wants to find out the truth once and for all, because Crystal often tells him that he is not the child's biological father.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
The two of you are here because you've petitioned the court for a DNA test. And so let's begin with you, Crystal. Give me some background.
I met Lloyd Scott whenever I was around 10 years old. He worked at a children's youth ranch for foster care youth. We lost touch, and last year I sent him a friend request on Facebook. He accepted. We started talking. He was going through divorce then, and we hit it off. Found out I was pregnant in April. I had just gotten out of a relationship prior to getting a relationship with him, and found out I was pregnant in April.
When had you terminated the earlier relationship?
I found out that he was married, and...
So what month was that?
In
the
March.
Other guy?
In March.
All right, and when did you begin your relationship with him?
In April.
All right, so 1 month later you began a relationship with him and got pregnant pretty much immediately?
Yes.
All right. All right, continue.
And in July we ended up getting married. I didn't want to have a baby out of wedlock, so we ended up getting married, and my son was born in November.
Okay, good. Congratulations. In November, what has it been like since that time?
We've had our ups and downs. Every now and then, you know, he'll say he don't really know if he's his, and out of anger, sometimes I say, well, I don't know if he's yours anyways.
Who started it first, talking about this, I don't know if it's mine or yours?
Well, I informed him. I've been pretty honest with him since the get-go. I told him I didn't know for sure if the child was his or not, because...
That was in April?
Yes.
Sounds like you're the first one that put paternity in question. So how did he receive it when you said, I'm not sure now?
He really didn't have any questions or statements until he was born. He was there for the birth and everything. And
did he sign the birth certificate?
Yes.
All right. So far there's a presumption that the child is his.
Yes.
Now it's a legal presumption when you sign the birth certificate. But go ahead, in November there was a question because what?
Whenever he came out, one of the first things that he stated was, I don't think he's mine.
Does the child look like him or one of his relatives?
No.
Go ahead. So why don't you give me some background?
I love my son Noah very much.
Good.
Some of the things, some of the dates I believe in, some things were not exactly true to be stated here in my mind.
What part?
In my opinion. She just kind of overlapped some things there in my mind. We were talking first time in February of last year. So
you all began dating in February, or
we started messing
April?
around in February.
Yeah. Well, in my mind, we were an item in February.
What is the question? You just told me April. I said, when did you start? You said, after I broke up with the other guy in March. Okay, when? April.
Yeah, we got together in April. We started messing around before then.
Got together meaning relations, having sexual relations?
Yes.
All right, that's the first time was in April?
Yeah.
The first time was in April?
No, sexual relationships, we had it before. He was just a...
What month?
Yeah,
I see why we need I see why we need this DNA test. What month?
I don't keep up with that.
What month did you first have sex?
When did we first have sex?
February 12th.
February. All right. And not April, as you told me earlier, because you didn't break up with the other guy until March. So there's a good chance, not just a slim chance, there's a good chance, like a 50-50 chance. You were having sex with both of them at the same time. And were you having unprotected sex with these guys? Obviously.
Yes.
All right, I mean, go ahead, sir.
This is the first time that I'm learning about another man involvement overlapping our
No, you kidding me.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, man.
He was at the house when you came. Really?
That is untrue.
So she'd rather tell me first than you. That's the essence of what's happening
I'm not
here.
trying to...
I mean, you, the father, you've assumed, obviously, fatherhood. Your name is on the birth certificate. And now she tells me, not you, that the sexual relations were overlapping. This is the first time you heard it, right?
Yes, sir.
You just said it's the first time you heard
That's
it.
the truth.
Go ahead, sir. And
Your
so,
Honor,
what was the relationship like?
Well, we didn't have a lot of interaction when she was younger. I did work at a facility where she also was housed in at the time while I was working there. We've got about 11 years difference between us. I also lived at the same facility when I was younger, back in the 88, 89.
To work there?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
And I
great.
still work there now to this day.
Excellent. I like that.
Sorry,
you
I'm
know,
taking
you
on
go.
all this
No,
stuff.
I like that. Foster care is a very tough situation for children, and they have a lot of emotional needs. You made it out, and you went back, and you know exactly what they need. So you're the right person to go back, and I really honor you for that. Really honor you for that. All right, so proceed.
I was finishing a divorce at the time that we started talking. I mean, it was all over. It was based on an affair to begin with my ex having an affair. And so I was still finishing off the final, I mean, it was a month later we got the finalized divorce, done deal. But we definitely had already started talking, and I just want to say, in my mind, hopefully that was maybe why she was a little sluggish to come out with the exact dates. But I definitely want to know for a fact here today, you know, if I am the biological father of Noah.
How many times has she put it in question, or you? Tell me about throwing it in question.
The first time, sir, that I recall any question was in about May during an argument or in a disagreement. And she'd said, well, you know, she'd said something to the effect of, well, the baby's not yours anyway. And it was real kind of nonchalant how she put it. And I think, in my mind, I understood it to be just a little stab, get me riled up a little bit. I didn't believe at all that it wasn't my child. Matter of fact, I spent almost every night rubbing her belly with the lotion.
That's good.
So, and we still get along good. We did do like 6 months of family counseling
Now,
together.
she
We're
says
working
you are
hard.
married.
We are married, yes, sir.
And so, up until the point of marriage, which occurred in July, did you put it in play?
Not necessarily out of anger, but because of a question in my back of my head.
Oh.
You know, I mean, to me, the initial statement caused, you know, question.
So,
Well,
you didn't think you should take the DNA before marrying?
Your Honor, like I said, I really felt that there was nothing there. I think it was an attempt to get, and it was maybe once before we got married, you know. And
How did it become an issue now?
Because the day he was born, I did not question his looks. Matter of fact, I thought he kind of looked like me. I definitely compared some pictures to my first son, and they
Do you have those pictures?
She has pictures
have
of our
some
son
pictures?
Noah,
Let's see.
who carries my name.
You all still married, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Certainly looks like her, for sure.
He does look a lot like her,
And
too.
sometimes that
especially-
happens. Yeah, the child looks like one of the other parent.
There are two
as
pictures
opposed
there.
to a mixture. Yeah.
Happy.
All right. So let me just ask you: if the child is not yours, what do you think you're going to do? Let me have the results, please.
Okay.
What are you going to do about it? Do you
No,
feel
no.
deceived because she told you before it may not be? So you shouldn't feel deceived. What?
Well, I feel that there would be, well, then that means that for sure there was some sort of an affair. Or, as a matter of fact, before today and what her statement was prior,
February.
it was
same time.
I was made to believe that potentially he could have just been incubating for longer than the normal 9 months. There's also the question that she is fixing to go for an 8-week sonogram in a couple of days.
You all believe you're pregnant?
I believe that. I know she's told me she's went to the doctor and she's pregnant, and so
I'm sure
this
it's
one
by
is
you now.
I've been told undeniably mine, so I'm inclined to try to keep the family together and maybe just seek further counseling or something.
Okay. All right. Why don't you hand it to her? And you read it.
He is not the father.
What?
He is not the father.
That's right. He said you would take care of a child that isn't yours. Give him a hand for that. I believe you're a good man. You went through foster care where you didn't have a parent, and whatever the case with this child, we hope that he will have a parent, because where's the other rascal that you were with? Where is he? What is he doing?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Yeah, keep your name on that birth certificate. We don't want that baby's father to be a nothing. We want that baby's father to be like you. Have a good day.
I would like to continue to seek counseling because I know I need it. But Noah's been mine since before he was born.
Whether the relationship between me and him work out, I know that Noah is still his son, and he loves his daddy.